folks, we got all our ingredients here for an amazing pizza boat. We got our bread, our sausage, our pepperonis, our spaghetti sauce with lots of chopped vegetables in them, and we also have our melty mozzarella cheese. So let's get into creating this awesome pizza boat. Alright guys, so first off what we do, we're going to brown our sausage. For the most part, this is really the only actual cooking that we do other than putting the finished product in the oven. So yeah, we go ahead and do that, and then we get our bread. We have to take the plastic off of the bread, and unless of course you like that kind of plasticky taste. I don't. So I got a knife. I'm going to go ahead and carve out the innards of this bread. So you need a knife that's long enough, but not too long. You really don't want to puncture the bread at all, because then all of the ooey gooey goodness inside will fall out. So you're just basically trying to carve out the inside, the middle of the bread, and then go ahead and remove it all so you can have your kind of inner boat. You want to get out as much bread as you possibly can, but at the same time, you don't want it to be all the way to the bottom crust, because then it'll get, I don't know, I think it'll get a little bit soggy because you have that tomato sauce in there. And I don't know how you like, if you like soggy pizza, but I don't particularly care for soggy pizza. So here I am removing more of the bread. I had to get a spoon and scoop out some more, because this was actually a thicker piece of bread, which actually, you know, it came out really good. I could have got a thinner piece or not as thick, but I think this came out really, really good. So yeah, I would stick with this. This was French bread, by the way. So there we go. So now what I did is I took some butter, some salted butter, I melted it in the microwave, and now I'm taking a little brush and I'm just brushing the inside of the bread. This was more so for taste. I just wanted a buttery, crusty type of taste. But I also salted and peppered the inside of the bread to give it a little bit thorough taste. I know oftentimes you could have used pizza sauce, but I actually used spaghetti sauce. And sometimes you have to doctor it up. So that's why I doctored the bread up prior to putting the spaghetti sauce in there. I use the spaghetti sauce because pizza sauce doesn't typically have all the other chunky onions and bell peppers and all that other stuff that is inside of spaghetti sauce. So that's why I went with spaghetti sauce instead of pizza sauce. So in case you wondered. But if you like pizza sauce, by all means, please get yourself some pizza sauce. But I personally enjoy the spaghetti sauce. So here's my bread, fully coated on the inside with spaghetti sauce. And you see all those chunky vegetables. You see those peppers and onions and all that other good stuff. So, yeah. So from there, we go ahead and we take the melty mozzarella cheese. Now, this cheese is really melty. Like, for real, for real. You know, some packaged cheese doesn't melt. But this does melt, and it melts well. So I coat the bottom of the bread with the cheese. I like a lot of cheese. Yes, I do. That is one of my downfalls. I then take some of the sausage that I cooked. I tried to make sure that while I was cooking it, I was crumbling it up into smaller bits so it can, you know, you can get some in every bite. And that's what I'm doing here. You don't want to use it all. You want to set some to the side because it's kind of a layered pizza boat. So yeah, we can't forget those. We're going to scoop those up and put those in. So we put on another layer of cheese. I told y'all I like cheese. So look, just if you don't like cheese, then don't put on 2-3 layers of cheese. But me personally, I'm going to put on about 2 layers of cheese. So from there, I'm going to also put on some pepperonis. You can't forget the pepperonis. My son was asking to have a pepperoni in the middle of me cooking it. So by the time I really fed him, he was already full off of pepperonis. Kids are always asking for stuff. Oh my gosh. Anyway, gotta love them. So yeah, we're sticking our pepperonis in there. I'm actually tucking them down inside a little bit, kind of making like a, I don't know, a pepperoni fortress. And then he was like, I like pepperonis, so I went on ahead and added some more pepperonis. So yeah, that's why we have all this pepperoni-itch going on. So from there, I put a little bit more of the sauce on because between all that meat and that cheese, I'm assuming that it could be kind of dry. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and put a little bit of more sauce on there. And that turned out well. And then we're going to use the remainder of our sausage and put that on top also. So yeah, it's looking pretty good. It's coming together. I mean, you'd think I was off in Domino's, Pizza Hut, Little Caesars, somewhere making up this. Yes. And a matter of fact, I did this like about 2 weeks ago. And my son's like yesterday asking, can we make another pizza boat? Yes, we can make another pizza boat. So we'll probably be having that sometime this week. But anyway, so okay, we put on another layer of cheese. I told y'all, look, I appreciate a good cow. Anyway, so yeah, we're putting that on there. And this is going to be our final layer of cheese. I think at that point we had run out because we had used it all. But, you know, I like cheese. I like a cheesy pizza. Like, I'm like, if you're going to eat pizza, you might as well eat pizza. Like, people who eat pizza with just vegetables on it, okay. You know, I'm not here to judge. So, anyway, I'm using a big spoon to smush it down in there. Because, you know, when things cook, they have a tendency to come out over the edges. So, I didn't necessarily want that to be the case with the sauce or the meat or the pepperoni or anything. So, right here, I'm taking some of that melted butter. And I'm adding in some garlic because I wanted some garlicky butter. So that's what I'm adding in right here. I'm adding in some garlic. Then I'm also adding in some Parmesan. So adding those together, I'm going to take that and put that on the crust. Because most of the time when I get pizza, I'll go ahead and put or ask that garlic butter and Parmesan be placed on the crust. So this was my rendition of it. So then I, of course, took the brush and just brushed the actual outside of the bread with my garlic and Parmesan butter concoction. And just to let you know, this turned out great. So yeah, I was very, very happy and pleased with that. So I had some more butter left over. So hey, why not? Let's just pour it on in the middle. You know what I mean? Why not? Like, we're living on the edge today. We got all this cheese. We're living on the edge today. This was his day off from school, so might as well give him something that he really enjoyed. So I went on ahead and I put that in a 350 degree oven. And I think I left it in there for about 20 minutes just so it can melt all the way through. And as you see, when it came out, yes, ma'am, yes, sir. The cheese was hot. The pepperonis were hot. The sauce was hot. It was hot. So we had to let it cool for a little bit. But then eventually, once it cooled, I was able to go ahead and get a knife because you're not cutting this with a pizza cutter. You need a real, a grown man knife in order to cut through this pizza bowl with all that cheese, all that meat, all that sauce, all that bread. You got to get in there and actually cut. So, yeah, that's what I did. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a sneak peek of how good it was. Now, check that out, y'all. Just a mouthful of meat, cheese, pepperoni, sauce, a little bit of bread, because I'm not a really big bread person. So, yes, y'all, I'm trying to tell you, this thing was awesome. All right, everybody, I got my taste tester here, and my taste tester's not sidekick number 2. Not really, we don't give him pizza, but he sure sits and waits for it. But anyway, so Aiden, go ahead and be my taste tester. And so he said our scale should be, it's real cheesy. He said our scale should be.
Hold on.
Well, you need to taste it again. He said our scale should be somewhere between 1 and 10. So what do you give me?
9 out of 10.
A 9 out of 10? Okay, I'll take that. That's still an A+. Why not a 10 out of 10?
Well, it's not really it's not actually.
It's not actually pizza.
Well, it looks like a boat. But it would look like steam.
Oh, I need steam to make it a real boat? Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I appreciate that. So anyway, he enjoyed his pizza boat. And I have my piece over here. So try this. It's great. Yummy.
It's called the Pizza Boat.
Called the Pizza Boat.
Check out it on YouTube.
On YouTube. Thank you, boo. Till next time, y'all. Enjoy. We got a change of events. What do you give me now?
10 out of 10.
Oh, now I get a 10 out of 10. And what changed?
The meat.
The meat. Oh, enough meat for you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you didn't get a bite of the meat the first time?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
Or the second time.
Okay, so now you got some. It's 10 out of 10. All right, thank you. I appreciate that. Bye, guys.
Cheesy.